Good morning, new students. This is Dr. Terry A. Webb, Assistant Dean of Counseling Psychological Services at the Metropolitan Campus of Cuyahoga Community College, and I would like to welcome you to New Student Orientation, something that we commonly call NSO. And this is part of your first year experience. The first year experience at Tri-C is divided into 3 unique steps: New Student Orientation, New Student Convocation, and Student Success Seminar. New Student Orientation is what you're in right now, and our goals for today are to familiarize you with Tri-C, to learn how to use your My Tri-C space, to have you meet with a counselor to discuss your academic and career options, and overview funding for your education, and last but not least, to have you register for your classes for this next semester, such that when you leave here, you are currently an officially enrolled college student. Now, New Student Convocation, or ZGen 1003, is a mandatory formal introduction to your campus community. You will learn about campus life, college expectations, and campus resources to help you be successful. The format for this, however, will vary depending on the campus that you choose to attend. However, the overarching goals are still the same. Now, the Student Success Seminar, which I have been an instructor since its inception, is a mandatory 1-hour credit course that engages with students. It also engages the student with student support services and technologies. One of the things I like to say is that at Tri-C, anybody that's willing to open their mouth up and ask for help can make it here. There's all types of supportive services, academic, personal, whatever you may need are available. And another thing that this class does is explore career interests, and it helps you construct an academic plan all the way through graduation. So at the end of this course, you will have an idea of what semester and year you're going to graduate in. And you're going to build the skills you need to succeed in college. Intelligence is great to have, but it is not the primary factor for success for a college student. Are you willing to really grind and do the work? Some important dates are, for a semester is roughly 16 weeks. There are 14-week sessions, and their first 8-week and second 8-week sessions during the normal academic year. During the summer, we only have 10 weeks. You have the first 5-week and you have the second 5-week, and there are some 8-week courses that run in the summer. You really should check in with a counselor every semester to ensure that you're going in the right path and the right trajectory to achieve your goal of earning your credentials and your degree within a specified time, or the time that best fits you. There's also withdrawal dates, refund, and registration dates. Registration usually occurs mid-October and then mid-March. And you really want to schedule an appointment with a counselor once a semester around that time. You want to do it through e-advising or schedule an appointment. You want to try to avoid walk-in. However you have to, you do what you need to do. Just come in and get the services that you need. Now, the academic programs we have are listed here. We have an Associate of Arts and an Associate of Science. An Associate of Arts and Associate of Science are transfer degrees that are customizable for a student that's wanting to just transfer to become a social worker, psychologist, counselor, or want to do something in the liberal arts field. And there's also the Associate of Science. If you want to be pre-med, hardcore scientist, a physicist, a chemist, or anything of the like, that's what those degrees are for. And usually we always match you up with the school that you want to transfer to in counseling. And then we start lining your classes up such that when you leave here with your degree, that you will be a junior and prepared to enter that institution, as you all have seen the commercials from BW and Kent State about Tri-C students transferring, because this is where futures begin. You have the Associate Applied Business, which is small business, which is accounting, which is marketing, which is small business administration, general business. These are just some of the degrees that we have here. HR, human resource management. They are applied business degrees. You have applied science degrees, which are those in nursing and engineering technology, the allied health, dental hygiene, occupational therapy, physical therapy are just a few of them. You have an Associate of Technical Studies degree, which is brick masonry, electrical, HVAC, a variety of building maintenance and construction trades are there in the technical studies. We do have short-term certificates in machining and welding. You have certificate of proficiencies, which are generally almost half a degree. And we have post-degree certificates, which people have to have a degree already in order to get the certificate. This is an example of how the website looks for business management. Every degree has a website, and every degree has in it an overview of the degree on that button you see there, program learning outcomes, and a program sequence. And you would click on the headings underneath to go into that specific one to see exactly the courses that you need to take. People wondering, why is it business? Alphabetically, business comes first. That's why it's there. So we want you to understand that we have a system in place to give you the guidance and direction you need. And there's also an internet system that you can look at to see where you need to be. Now, the Associate of Arts degree is the customizable degree I was telling you about. These are some of the basic rudiments of that degree. But you still need to meet with a counselor such that you will be able to have transferability of your degree and you will meet the requirements for the four-year institution that you're thinking about going to. And our students leave Tri-C and go to any four-year institution that they desire to go to. This is the beginning of a future that cannot be stopped if you're willing to work. This is DegreeWorks. DegreeWorks itself is a program that we use to audit your degree. You as a student, you have access to this, and counselors have access to this, and some people can view them. But as you progress in your degree, that line that says requirements starts inching up towards 99% in the middle of the screen. And when it gets there, we're going to say, congratulations, you're about to graduate from Tri-C. It lets you know if you're meeting the requirements for your degree. It lets you know what's left for your degree. It lets you know a lot of things. So it is a real good tool to help you be ready to make that transition to the next step in life, be it the world of work or continue education at a four-year institution. Just be deliberate and be focused and be serious, and you will be surprised at how high you can go. You can obtain a master's degree. You can become doctor, whomever. All you have to do is be willing to work the plan and follow the plan and let us help you, and you can achieve heights that you never thought possible anywhere. All of this can be done if you're willing to do the work. Now, there's some basic terminology around choosing courses and your academic pathway. There's this thing called prerequisites, which pre means before, and requisite means requirement. Now, in order to take this hospitality fundamental culinary arts class, this above it you have what the course is about. It'll let you know about the laboratory hours down below. However, the prerequisites are the things that you must have taken or be eligible for in order to take the course. One of the things you have to be certain of is that when it says Math 0955 or Math 0990, that means you have to have taken that or have a math score in the system for the college that says that you're eligible for it. Now, and when it says an eligibility means that you don't have to have taken it yet, but you need to have a test score. Your assessment test score must say that you're eligible for English 1010. And you in this class right here, you have to have passed your sanitation and safety or be concurrently enrolled. And concurrent enrollment means that you're doing them at the exact same time, not time of day, but the exact same semester. Other than that, there's always department approval and industry experience in certain fields that you may be able to tell the dean or the program manager. Just know this, prerequisite, what you need to get into it. Concurrent enrollment means that you have to take it the same semester, and the catalog in force is the catalog that you come in under. And for you all, it will be the one that you come in under. be it 2021, 21, 22, 22, 23, whichever catalog that you come in under, whatever the requirements are that are in that catalog when you start taking classes, as long as you do not sit out for a year, those requirements stay in place. It is really not good to sit out. It is always good to take a course because every course progresses you and propels you towards the completion of your degree. Now, developing your schedule. Now, students, scholars, former CEOs, CIOs, CFOs, and COOs, and business owners and entrepreneurs, I want to talk to you for a minute. You future educators and social workers and psychologists and counselors and bankers, I want to talk to you for a moment here about developing your course schedule. Before the pandemic, you could take evening, day, and weekend classes. Because of the pandemic and the situation of education now, distance learning is the primary mode of instruction. However, there are courses still within the distance learning realm that are still meeting on ground. There are some that are still meeting periodically through WebEx or Zoom or some type of virtual meeting apparatus or program where you can actually see your instructor and you can see the other students in your course. Now, I have to forewarn you though, that online education demands time and commitment. It's not like coming to class. You must set aside time and you must be committed to it, and you need to work on becoming organized and time management. If that is an issue that you're struggling with, we have student success specialists that are employed here, and we also have counselors that are experts at preparing you and teaching you and training you how to do these things. Course options are here to assist you and so that you can plan your life out. Now, another option that we have here, if you test into Math 0910, one of the things with college, and people always wonder when they're going to get out, and we're going to get to that slide in a minute, is when will I graduate? People always ask that question. The faster that you complete college level math and the faster you complete college level English, the faster you can graduate, depending on how your courses are offered. If you tested the Math 0910, that does not mean that you may not know math. What it means is that you may not have done it in a while. And Alex is an excellent program. I can't emphasize it enough. That you work in for 2 weeks. And if you work at it earnestly, it can help you increase your math score to college level. I've seen it done a number of times with students who have struggled and still they managed to rise on up to math 1240 or 1190 or 11 higher so that they can get into the college curriculum that they want to get into. You need to work in Alex, or you can take the math course and the support. Math 0910 and the Alex course both have a support system. There's all types of support here where you have tutoring and math coaches available to you free of charge. There's even online tutoring. And you can work on Alex anywhere because it is a program that you can log into from home or however you wish to do it, on campus, at home, or whatever. I just need you to know that it is an excellent program to help you move forward in your education. Now, college credits, and this is where a lot of students set themselves up for a situation that they really didn't have to be in. Everybody wants to be full-time, and we would love for everybody to be full-time. But you must always consider there's a work-school life balance. That means that you are a person who is in school, and you have a life. And many of us have jobs. Many of us have to work to maintain our life so that we can stay in school. If you have a full-time job and you have little children, it may be difficult for you to be in school 15, 16 credit hours and you're just starting out. Now, part-time is any time, any course load under 12 credits. 12 credits or more is full-time. But the formula I want you to think about is this. 1 credit hour is roughly 1 hour of instruction in that class. A 3 credit hour class meets roughly 3 hours a week. But for every hour that you're in class, you need to be ready to give 2 hours to homework. So if you have 12 credit hours, you need to take that, multiply that by 2. That means you're going to have 24 hours of homework. That 24 hours of homework added to the 12 hours of course instruction ends up to 36 hours per week. That's roughly a full-time job. And if you take 15, 16, 17, 18 credits, you have really locked yourself down. And we're not saying, and I'm definitely not saying, don't be full-time. Just be aware that it is a commitment. And if you don't have any children, you don't have to work, and you're open to it, I say go for it. But we have to be honest, and this is one of the things you need to discuss with the counselor when you're setting up your schedule. Don't set yourself up to put yourself in a predicament that you really never deserve or should have been in. The counselors are excellent resources to help you facilitate that. So take care and be honest when you're talking to your counselor about setting up your classes. Now, this is a question that always comes up. When will I graduate? People always ask this question. When will I graduate? It would depend on your major. It would depend on the course sequencing. It would depend a lot on how fast you can get through the prerequisites to get into your major and your GPA, because some majors are competitive and selective admission. So, and the length of the program. And another thing too, as I said previously, whatever your math placement is and your English placement determines how fast you can graduate. And are you willing to go part-time? If you're willing to go part-time and take one class a semester, you will graduate. It just will be a long time. If you take 15, 16 credit hours a semester and you do a little bit in the summer, it is absolutely possible for you to leave here in 2 years with your associate degree with 15 or more credit hours a semester. But you have to be willing to do a little bit in the summer to catch up and get yourself ready to leave. And be honest with yourself, as I said previously, can you handle that workload and your life? Work-life school balance is uber important to success in the professional world. Now, the student resources that we have are the counseling center, and primarily we do a lot of personal counseling and career and academic counseling. You have the student accessibility services that are here for students who are on a 504 plan or had IEP in school, and this is not the place to discuss that. You can always go to the counseling or the SAS office and discuss that. You have that full right. We have the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. We do not alienate on anyone because of their race, religion, creed, color, or sexual orientation. We have student life, athletics, and recreation. And we had a very good basketball team until COVID. We've had one the past few years. As you can see here, they were softball champions in 2018. These other photographs are some of the other student resources that we have. Black American Council and gentlemen are at a male conference in Tampa, Florida. We do a lot of things to broaden the horizon and scope and access and information for students so that you'll be ready for the world of work or the world of the four-year institution to go out and get your master's and doctorate and bachelor's degree. There's free tutoring. There's a transfer center such that when you're about to graduate from here, you may be in a program that you never thought about, and now you met someone or something happened and you want to transfer to continue your education. And all of our degrees, you can continue your education. Well, then there's a transfer center that you can go to that will facilitate you transferring to a four-year school. We have a career center, and I highly recommend that you utilize the career center because this is where you can do mock interviews. This is where you can have your resume critique. This is where you can develop a resume. This is how you learn interview skills. This is how you find about internships, externships. The career center is there for you to use, and you should actively engage the career center. Many people wonder, how do I find a job? Or why am I not getting the jobs that I interview for? The Career Center is there to assist you in achieving the goals that you have. We have veteran service, we're a veteran-friendly institution, and there's honors opportunities. And all of this will be covered in your Gen 1070 course. Now, we do have some apps we have the Tri-C mobile app, and we have the Help Is Here app. The Tri-C mobile app is an interactive app that you can actually do stuff at Tri-C, see things at Tri-C, see financial aid information. You can access Blackboard. However, I will forewarn you that depending on the phone, you may not see everything that's on Blackboard and you may miss things. As a student now, it is imperative that if you do have a refund or any money coming to you, that you buy you a good grade tablet or you get you a laptop that you can interact with Blackboard with and be able to submit assignments, be able to do the things you need to do as a student. A cell phone is a tool, but it may not provide you all the support that you need to be able to give you the access to the things that you may need access to. Your financial aid information can be accessed. And please, 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 always check your Tri-C email. Please, please, please. Always check your Tri-C email. I'm saying this to say this, that a lot of students miss out on excellent opportunities because they're not checking their Tri-C email. You need to check your Tri-C email all the time. Every chance you get, check your Tri-C email. Your Tri-C email is a passport to information and access on this campus, and it's in your portal, your student portal, your My Tri-C space. So if you don't want to check it like that, have it linked. See a student success specialist or enrollment center representative to help you learn how to link it to your personal email and to let you know about campus closures. Help Is Here is an app that is designed to help you if you have any stress or any issues where you feel threatened or anything. We're here to assist you and connect you with the services that you need. Paying for college is super important. What we have here is financial aid. We have financial aid as scholarships, grants, work study, federal loans. So this is how most people pay for their education. Self-payment and payment plan are pretty much the same thing. Students arrange to pay for their education out of their pocket. The low cost of Tri-C, a lot of students do pay to go to school here and save their financial aid, the big portion of it, for when they go to the 4-year school and beyond. Now, what is financial aid? You know it's how you pay for college. And you know about the Pell Grant, which is free money, Federal Student Education Opportunity Grant. You have work study, you have loans, you have scholarships, you have college or private lenders. Now, one of the things we need to be aware of is that your financial aid can be lost. And this is how it can happen. There are standards of academic progress, SAP. You must complete 67% of your classes that you enroll in. You must maintain a 2.0 GPA. And you have a maximum time frame for an associate's degree of 90 credit hours. And it affects all forms of financial aid. And you must always, too, every year, do your SAP. Do your FAFSA. Do your FAFSA every year. And I believe now that they can be done in the late fall. Do it as soon as it comes alive so that you can be continuously enrolled without any issues or hiccups. We have an agreement with Bank Mobile. If there's any money coming back to you for any reason whatsoever, it will be done this way. And an enrollment center representative or a student success specialist will be more than happy to explain this total process to you. I want to congratulate and welcome you all to Tri-C, home of the Triceratops, and you're on your way towards completing the first step in your first year experience. We wish you success at Cuyahoga Community College. This is the place where futures begin. And don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Do not ever be afraid to open your mouth up and say, help me. We are here as a service, and we are here because we care intimately about each and every last one of our students. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give out. And if you ever in a situation and you don't know what to do, we in the counseling office are here for you. The student success specialists are here for you. Never ever believe that something cannot be done. Because if we don't know the way, we can find a way. And all of us have overcome great obstacles to get to where we are. I myself am a Cleveland Metropolitan School District graduate. So I know what a lot of people are going through. And I grew up down the way. so you can achieve greatness. And don't ever think that you can't. Don't ever doubt yourself. Sometimes we have to retool. Sometimes we have to humble ourselves to admit that we're wrong. But guess what? When we fall down, we can get back up. And that's why futures begin here. We are here to facilitate you achieving dreams and making them come true.